number 9 of exercise 1.1 rational numbers. So let's start this video with this question. And if you have not watched my previous video, then you can go to my channel Brain Exercise with Jyoti Chhabra, and there you will find all the questions of this exercise. So our question is 0.3 is the multiplicative inverse of this number, that is 3, 1 upon 3. Why or why not? We have to find out the that 0.3 is a multiplicative inverse of this number. First we will solve this number. How we will get the numerator value? So we will solve like this. To get the numerator value, what we have to do in this, we have to multiply this 3 by 3, and whatever the answer we will get by multiplying these numbers, then we have to add that answer to the 1. So the numerator value is 3 multiply by 3 plus 1. And according to the BODMAS rule, we have to multiply the numbers first, then after that we will add and subtract the numbers. So in this equation we will first multiply the numbers with each other. So if I multiply 3 by 3, I will get the answer 9, and 9 plus 1 equals to 10. So I got the numerator value, that is 10. So when I solve this equation, I will get the answer 10 upon 3. How I got this answer? The numerator value I have solved just right now, that is 10, and the denominator value is 3. Therefore 3 1 upon 3 is written as 10 upon 3. Now what we have to do in this question, we have to find out the multiplicative inverse of this number, that is 0.3. Look at this number. Can I write 0.3 as 0.3 upon 1? Because as I have told you in my previous video that the value of 1 in the denominator has no effect on the question, has no value. It means I can write 0.3 as 0.3 upon 1. So that in order to find out the multiplicative inverse, I will shift these numbers with each other. And in my previous video I have told you how to solve the multiplicative inverse of any number. I'm telling you again right now in this video also that if you want to know the multiplicative inverse of any number, just shift the numerator value to the denominator and the denominator value to the numerator. So in order to find out the multiplicative inverse of 0.3, what we have done, we have just shifted the numbers with each other, that is 0.3 upon 1. When I will shift these numbers with each other, I will get the answer 1 upon 0.3. I have shifted that one to the numerator and that 0.3 value to the denominator. So I got this 1 upon 0.3, but I have to solve this 0.4. And if I have to solve this number, what I can do in this, I have to remove this point and I have to divide this 4 by 10. Whatever the values you have after decimal, suppose we have only a 1 digit after decimal, that is 4. So we will divide the value with a 0. If I have to solve this, suppose 0.56, if I want to solve this, so how I will do this, I have to remove this point and divide this number by 100. Why I divide this number by 100? Because after point I have 2 digits, so I have to divide this by 100. If I have 3 digits after point, then I have to divide by 1000. So it depends upon the number of digits after point, after decimal point. So I will solve this 1 upon 0.3, that is 10 upon 3. How I got this 10 upon 3? I will solve in the rough, that is 1 upon 0.3. If I remove this point, I have to multiply the equation by 10. I have to multiply the equation by 10. So I got this number 10 upon 3. So in the question they are asking that is 0.3 is a multiplicative inverse of this number. What is this number? I have solved you just right now. That is 10 upon 3. So the multiplicative inverse of 0.3 is also 10 upon 3. So we can say that yes, it is a multiplicative. 0.3 is a multiplicative inverse of this number, because when I solved the multiplicative inverse of this number 0.3, I got 10 upon 3, and when I solved this number, that is 3 upon 3, 1 upon 3, I got 10 upon 3. So I will say that yes, it is a multiplicative inverse of this number. So our next question is, in the 10th question we have the 3 parts and we have to tell only the numbers. So in the first part, the rational number, we have to tell the rational number that does not have a reciprocal. We have to find out a rational number that does not have a reciprocal. Means suppose we will assume that a rational number which does not have a reciprocal. So if you see that this is the first part, I have told you the rational number that does not have a reciprocal is a 0, because 0 is a rational number. And if you see that if you find out the reciprocal of a 0, suppose I can write 0 like this, 0 upon 1, and if I find out the reciprocal of this number, and you know that in order to find out the reciprocal number or any multiplicative inverse of a number, we have to change the numerator value to the denominator and the denominator value to the numerator. So I will shift these numbers with each other. My answer will be 1 upon 0. And you know 1 upon 0 is not defined. It is not defined. So I have written this. The rational number that does not have a reciprocal is 0. Means 0 is a rational number but it does not have any reciprocal, because if you find out the reciprocal of a 0, your answer will be 1 upon 0, which is not defined. So our second part is the rational numbers that are equal to reciprocal. We have to find out the rational numbers. We have to find out the two numbers there. Two numbers. In the first part, we have to find out only a rational number. That is only a one number. That is a 0. We have already find out. And in the second part, we have to find out the rational numbers that are equal to reciprocal. Means we have to find out those rational numbers which are equal to their reciprocal. Means if we will find out the reciprocal of that number, they will be matched by the same numbers. I will tell you, I will solve for you. The rational number that are equal to their reciprocal are the two numbers, that is the 1 and minus 1. So how 1 is equal to its reciprocal? Suppose suppose this number is a 1, and we can write 1 like this, 1 upon 1, because I have told you that the 1 in the denominator value has no effect on the question. So my question is 1 upon 1, and if I do the reciprocal of this number, I will get the same number, that is 1 upon 1. So my answer will be 1, because 1 is the rational number that is equal to its reciprocal. And my another number is minus 1. Suppose if you take minus 1 and if you find out the reciprocal of this minus 1, how will you find out the reciprocal of this number? We can write minus 1 like this, minus 1 upon 1, because I have told you that the value in the denominator of 1 has no value, has no effect on the question. So I can write minus 1 as minus 1 upon 1, and in order to find out the reciprocal of this number, I will shift the numerator value to the denominator and the denominator value to the numerator. So my answer will be same, minus 1 upon 1. So there are two numbers that are equal to its reciprocal, that is 1 and minus 1, because when we solve the reciprocal of these two numbers, we got the same answer. So our answer will be 1 and minus 1. These are the two rational numbers which are equal to its reciprocals. So our third part is the rational number that is equal to its negative. Means we have to find out that rational number. If we will take the negative of that rational number, they must be equal. So our answer will be 0. Suppose if you take a 0 is a positive number, and if you put the minus sign. If you put the minus sign before 0, you will get the same answer, that is 0. And I have told you so many times that 0 is not a negative number and 0 is only a 0, that is a positive number. So our answer will be 0, because the negative of 0 is 0. So our 10th question is, we have to fill in the blanks. 0 has we have just find out right now that 0 has no reciprocal. So our fill in the blanks will be no. Why no? Because 0 has no reciprocal. Because if you find out the reciprocal of 0, and you will get the answer 1 upon 0, that is not defined. So we will say that 0 has no reciprocal. So our second part is, we have to find out the numbers are their own reciprocal. Then we have to find out those numbers which are their own reciprocal. So we have just solved this, that is 1 and minus 1, because if you solve these two numbers, you will get the same answer which are equal to their reciprocals. So our third question is, our third part is the reciprocal of minus 5. We have to find out the reciprocal of minus 5. We can write minus 5 like this, minus 5 upon 1. And in order to find out the reciprocal of this number, we have to change the denominator value to the numerator and the numerator value to the denominator. So our answer will be 1 upon 5, that is minus 1 upon 5. What we have done, we have just shifted the numerator value and the denominator values with each other in order to find out the reciprocal. And in our fourth part, we have to find out the reciprocal of 1 upon x. 1 upon x, we have to find out the reciprocal of this number, and they have told that this x is not equal to 0. Why they have written this x is not equal to 0? Because if x is 0, this must be undefined. 1 upon 0 is undefined. If this x would be 0, this is undefined question. So here x is not equal to 0. Here x can be any number, suppose 1, 2, 3, any number. But we have to find out the reciprocal of this number, that is 1 upon x. What we will do in this question, we will change the numerator value to the denominator and the denominator value to the numerator. So our answer will be x. Why x? Because when we will change these numbers, we will get the answer x upon 1, and x upon 1 is x, because 1 has no value if it is in a denominator position. Our fifth part is, the product of two rational number is always a. Suppose we will take the example in order to fill in this blank, and we will take the two rational numbers. Suppose we will and I have told you in the property of rational number also, that if we multiply two rational number, we will get the rational number. That is our closure property. So if you have not watched the properties video, you can watch that video. I have explained in a detail what is a closure property with the example. So our fill in the blanks will be a rational number. Why? Because if we multiply two rational number, we will get the rational number. So our sixth part is, the reciprocal of a positive rational number is. We have to find out the reciprocal of a positive rational number. So we will assume any positive rational number. Suppose I assume 1 upon 2. 1 upon 2 is a positive rational number. It is a positive number. And when I will find out the reciprocal of this number, I will get the answer 2 upon 1. Why 2 upon 1? I have just changed the value numerator to the denominator and the denominator to the numerator. And this is also positive. So we will say that the reciprocal of a positive rational number is a positive. So this exercise is completed, and in my next video I will teach you exercise 1.2 of rational numbers. And if you like this video, and please hit the like button and subscribe my channel, and we will meet in the next video with another exercise, that is 1.2 of rational numbers.